Is modern-day marriage a form of slavery for men? I think so, and for a number of reasons. Now, the biggest reason why someone would reject it straight out of hand is because they have an image of slavery as a bunch of colonialists going over to Africa and kidnapping a bunch of black people, chaining them up and beating them. And whilst this is certainly true, it is not the only form of slavery that has occurred historically. Much slavery has gone about through indentured contracts, whereby the slavery was done voluntarily by the slave. Secondly, to be a contract, there has to be what's known as a meeting of the minds, consensus ad idem. For instance, let's say Farmer A wants to buy Farmer B's bag of peanuts, and does so. Then he makes an agreement to buy nuts for the same price every month. The next month, Farmer B comes with hazelnuts. This contract is void because there was no meeting of the minds. Both farmers had a different interpretation of the contract. Farmer A wanted peanuts, not just any nuts. Similarly, marriage is entered into with till death do us part. Now, I know some of you will say, well, it's unrealistic and it's just words. However, people do go into marriage, particularly men, saying those words as true. Furthermore, even with divorce rates as high as they are now, the words are not metaphorical. They are literal. Just ask the priest who tells them to say the phrasing. And for hundreds of years, it was made illegal to disregard those vows. What is more is, even with divorce as common as it is today, there are still many individuals who do go the distance. And so, say, a son who had parents who went the whole distance and died may say the vows literally thinking that it is going to go the whole distance. So the whole point of the contract and marriage is based on dishonesty. I mean, why have the till death do us part at all if it is not meant to be taken literally? But you can always divorce, right? Well, yeah, but so could indentured slaves as well, technically buy themselves out. 75% of divorces are initiated by the woman, and a big factor for the reason of why men do not do more divorces is because men are held hostage in marriage. Just like how a slave can technically run away and leave his family behind, so too can a man in modern day marriages. In the United States, 90% of sole custody goes straight to the woman, and so I don't think it is an unflattering similarity to compare slavery, considering that many men commit suicide because of the lack of access to their children after divorce. Furthermore, there is also the division of assets, including businesses, after divorce, and many men just do not understand the consequences of divorce until they meet it. They are blissfully unaware that 50% of the business goes to the woman after it. Furthermore, many countries ban prenuptial agreements, such as the United Kingdom, where I am from. There is also the matter of child support and alimony, which is another story, which is slavery in itself, but it can leave men destitute or poor. For instance, in Italy, there's a high rate of homeless, which are divorced husbands. What is more is, just like how the black slaves were beaten, so too are modern day men in domestic violence. The rate is currently 50-50. However, women use things like kettles, boiling water, hitting men with a frying pan, etc. And men are also trained from a young age to not hit back against a woman, or your slave master in this case, I guess. Finally, even if you disagree with all of this and think it's ridiculous, well, there is still the subject of common law. This means that if you don't get married and you live together with your partner for X amount of years, you are technically speaking married. The woman gets the benefits of what would have been a marriage. For instance, in the UK where I come from, the Liberal Democrats are starting the cohabitation motion, which gives women a civil law and gives them all the benefits of basically being able to fleece your partner after X amount of years of living with them. So it's basically forced marriage in the end of the day. So even if you resist marriage, it will still be forced upon you. So let me know what you think. Do you think it's slavery? Do you think it's ridiculous to bring this up? I personally think even if it isn't slavery, it is very close to slavery, and I think it should go. I really do.